Hello, Redlow friends. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas week. I love Christmas. I love all that it is. I love the lights, the decorations, the music, the change in weather, and the connection with those I love. And I want to thank each one of you for showing up here, listening into the podcast each week, and stepping forward with your life. And as we step into this holiday season, I want to talk about gifts. Because we always think about gifts as those things that are wrapped in bright, shiny paper with beautiful ribbons and bows of red, green, silver, and gold. We wait anxiously in anticipation to open them and see what is inside. And as wonderful as these tangible gifts are, the older I get, the more I realize that the greatest gifts are those things that can't be wrapped and placed under a tree. They are acts of love and kindness and compassion. They are connecting with one another. It's spending quality time together, perhaps gathered around a warm fire, telling stories, sharing special traditions, and doing puzzles together. It's gathering at a table for a special holiday meal and helping someone in need. Gifts are also those things that you have inside, your natural abilities, your God-given superpowers, so to speak. And sometimes we forget what they are, or at least we fail to recognize them because we are so busy helping so many other people, which is wonderful, but we forget what gifts we have inside of us. And maybe this year, maybe you need to give yourself a gift. Unwrap your talents and passions, rediscover them, and step forward with them. It's not selfish. It's actually an act of love. Do you even know what your gifts, talents, and passions are? Have you forgotten, or do you wonder what's next? Are you stepping into this next season of life and feeling like you're too old or it's too late? And do you have anything valuable to add now at this age, this midlife? Well, I want to encourage you. I've been there. I found myself asking those very same questions a few years ago when my youngest started high school. I started to ask myself what was next and what were my passions and who was I now? So if you're asking yourself those same questions, you're not alone, and I can help you go find that girl. Because maybe you were like me. You tucked away your own dreams for a long time to help everyone else. You see, I tucked away my own dreams and goals in a very special treasure box. I placed it gently on a shelf. I closed the lid and I locked it with a very special key. And I actually forgot about it. It sat on a shelf for a very long time while I raised my kids, helped my husband and others that were in need, moved, went back to work, reinvented myself, and more. And then one day, I asked myself, what am I doing? I decided to pull that box off the shelf, that one that I forgot about. I dusted it off, I found the key, I unlocked it, and I gently opened it up. And you know what? A beautiful light came shining back, a light that reminded me who I was. You see, I took a course a few years ago that helped me gain the courage to open that box in the first place. It gave me courage to start this podcast, to write my book Step Forward, and to help other women do the same. It's been a passion of mine for a long time. But I forgot. And maybe it's time for you too to unlock what's inside of you. Something magical happens when we give ourselves permission to dream and we get creative and curious and allow that spirit inside of us to shine through. That little girl that has been there all along, waiting for you and me to heal enough to give us permission to walk along beside us and give us the courage to step forward and shine our light. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So how about you? I want to encourage you and remind you that you are amazing, smart, capable, and qualified. You have a light inside of you. You have wonderful gifts and talents that are waiting to radiate into this world. Your experiences in life, all of the messy and the magnificent ones, make you who you are. You are full of wisdom, And the lessons that you've learned along the way can help others. You have gifts of courage and bravery, creativity, tenacity, strength, resilience, love, empathy, and compassion. It's time to radiate those gifts into the world. The world is waiting for you. But we think we have to have it all perfect before we step forward. But that's not true. I love what Elizabeth Gilbert says. She says, "The women who I love and admire for their strength and grace did not get that way because shit worked out." Sorry, that's just the way she says it. They got that way because shit went wrong, and they handled it. They handled it in 1,000 different ways on 1,000 different days, but they handled it. Those women are my superheroes. Mine too. How about you? Who do you admire? The goal for all of us is to step forward through the messy and to help others, to help one another. And when you take charge of your life and you change, guess what? It changes all the other relationships in your life. And that's a really awesome thing because you're getting healthy and stronger and being authentic to who you truly are. I've met some amazing women along this journey. Women who have written books and started businesses and podcasts. Recently, I just met a woman who wrote an amazing script that I truly hope gets picked up by someone because it's an incredible story. She's brilliant. And the best part, she's 70 years young and she's not stopping. She was so full of energy and excitement as she pitched her project to the group. I could just feel it. I marveled. I thought, wow, if she can do this, so can I. I asked myself, what holds me back? Yes, even now, after I wrote my book, because fear and doubt and feeling unqualified began to settle in. And I had to recognize that and tell those limiting beliefs, hey, take a back seat. I got this. I had to remind myself that I'm going to continue to step forward with my life and my mission to help other women do the same. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to allow that doubt and fear to stop me. I have seen amazing women step forward with their life, women that are well into their 60s, pursue their dreams and passions. My friend Cindy just released her second devotional, and she has another project in the works. I recently met another woman who just released a beautiful book, one that took her 5 years to write. So it's beautiful to see this, to see women stepping forward in this season of life. And I'm thinking that you have things inside of you too, things that you want to rediscover, things that you're passionate about, but you're just afraid. So let's dust that beautiful treasure box off. Let's find the key, unlock it, and open it up. It's time to take that box off the shelf and rediscover what's inside. And I want to help you do that. So on January 11th, I'm going to start a 4-week class that I'm calling Step Forward and Soar. If you've been following along here, you've heard me talk about this, and I talk about it in my book as well. SOAR is an acronym. S means start where you are. O is overcome those obstacles and limiting beliefs that hold you back. A is act. Take that courageous action. And then my favorite is R. Radiate your gifts and talents and light out into the world. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a deeper dive into each one of these topics for 4 weeks, for about an hour each week. We are going to laugh, connect, do exercises, and get to know one another. And I'm going to encourage you and lift you up. I am Redlow. I'm older. I've been through so much in my own life, and I've learned to step forward and through hard things, even when I'm scared. And so can you. I look forward to meeting you and having you join this wonderful community of women. Continue to follow along here on this podcast, my Hello Redlow Instagram, and my Facebook pages, my personal Terry Mullen, as well as the Hello Redlow page for more details on how you can join. Until we meet again, know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, and you belong, dear one. I look forward to helping you unwrap your true gifts, rediscovering what they are, and stepping forward with your life. Until we meet again, shine your light into the world and have a very, very Merry Christmas. God bless.